Welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Food Health Clinic. Yay! Give yourself a hand for tuning in on today's episode. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Well, I'm switching up my gear. This is what I was led to wear. So, you never know what you're going to get from Adrian James. I'm just doing what I need to do. And I just thank you again for attending and watching, subscribing and liking the video. Yes, yes. And I want to start off by saying, I am not a professional and this is just for entertainment purposes. I'm not a doctor. So this is something that I'm talking about from personal experience and things that has navigated me into these types of experience. And I'm just going to give you my perspective on that, what I've been led by the Spirit to show and share with you today. Give yourself a hand. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm going to give you a few minutes just in case you need to get something to drink, get some popcorn, or, take some notes, whatever you need to do to give yourself a chance to learn from me today. Okay, if that wasn't enough, hit the pause. But we need to get this show on the road. Yeah, give yourself a hand. So today we're going to talk about parasite in your food. This is something, that we really don't think about. And it's out there, and we don't know the havoc that it causes in our body, in our mind, our thinking, a whole lot of stuff that comes with this. So I'm just giving you a different perspective and different side of on the food side, on the spiritual side. We're just gonna get into this today. And you talking about, Adrian, what you talking about? It's a parasite. So let me give you a definition of parasite just so you understand. A parasite is an organism that lives on or in a host organism, us, and gets its food from or at the expense of its host. So it likes to take over, and it demands you to feed it because it wants to, do what it needs to do to stay alive. So we're gonna get into that about the food and stuff and everything that it causes. It just amazes. This thing just it just does a lot of damage to our body, and we're not aware of it, and we don't think about it. We just keep continually doing what we're doing. Nothing changes, but we see our health is deteriorating, and we don't understand what's really happening. And this is really, it likes to hide. It's like I'm there, but I'm not there. So you really don't notice until these little minor things that springs up. We're going to give some examples, what parasite does, how it, can carry on to different things. So we're just going to give you a little bit of illustration as we go through the show. So yeah, let's get to it, y'all. And, just like I started in, I think my first podcast, but you guys check it out, where I was talking about my story. How I got to this part. And what I want to talk about with this year, what I learned, I follow Dr. Sebi, as I mentioned, and it was just one of those things that I was just like gravitating and just getting all the information and just learning because I had some issues myself that I wanted to correct, and I wasn't getting the answers, so I had to do self things. Analysis on myself, figure out what works and what's not, and just take it from there. And Dr. Sebi was crucial on me moving forward and making the correction that my body needs for this health journey, which, eventually led to my spiritual side. So it all works together. So, yeah, so when I found out, Dr. Sebi was no longer here, like I said before, it really hurted me. I'm just like, oh. But, the Spirit led me to Yaqui Awakening, and he just took it to a next level for me, and I was able to continue my studies and just learn more about it because, we can't find this information. We don't know where to look, where to begin. So I'm just breaking this stuff down so it just gives you a little bit more of a starting point where you can make some adjustment, you can make some changes, you can feel the difference in your body, and you'd be like, man, I didn't know just this little thing or this little adjustment will make a, total, 360, or 180, we don't want to come back to the same part. So 180 in my health journey, we want to turn things around. We want to go the other way. Ain't that right, y'all? Don't y'all want to be healthy and strong, mentally strong, and just get yourself together, and you just have a long-lasting life. That's what we want, right? I'm sure you want that. And so, his background, I said before, he's a biochemist, he's a master herbalist, and he studied under Dr. Sebi. So it was just like the connection was so well for me because it gave me more inspiration to continue what I needed to do and just have information because, you want to have that person there if you want to reach out. I went to some of his seminars. I sat there and I learned a lot, and it just motivated me to make the adjustment that I need into my life. So I'm just sharing the same thing to you, for you guys, what kind of helped me, and we can help each other figure this thing out together. And like I said, you guys, you email me, AJ Naturals, AJNATURAL S17 @gmail. Let me know how you're doing. We can go deeper into what we're talking about in these episodes, and we can come up with some different things, for, to help you along your journey. I got things, that we can share, and I'll give you more information. We can go deeper. So this is just to help you, to let you know you're not out here alone. Somebody got you. And I was sent for you to help you navigate because we just always need that person. Dr. Sebi was my person to get things started. So I'm just grateful that I can share this information, what I learned, and what I need to share with you in this platform. So give yourself a hand for making the adjustment and want to make the change in your life. Give yourself a hand because that's where it starts. It starts here. I want to make a change. I don't want to feel the way I feel anymore. I don't like this. I'm just like, things are not getting better, it's getting worse. What can I do? Great. Start with yourself, and you start with making the adjustment how you eat. That's why I said we don't realize what's in our food, and that can contribute to a lot of things that we deal with. And what I'm learned about, that the parasite, it touches almost everything that's in our issues that we have. And I'm just like, man, this really happened? Because what I'm saying, you might be suffering with, HIV-2, scabies, eczema, for guys, itchy testicles, we don't talk about that. And then what I talked about, the HIV-2 and the scabby, those are skin parasite. The eczema, those are skin parasite. We don't realize that. And we got to eliminate that. We got to try to get that out of our bodies. So it's just like, man, all those things that, you don't think about. And then, when you talk about HIV-2, or, the simple name is herpes, it's not always come from, sexual transmitted. It doesn't always happen that. It's not always the case. So we can't, fault our partner like, hey, where did this come from? It didn't really happen because a lot of times that stuff stays dormant in our bodies, and it just springs up with certain environments, certain situations, stress, it just arises. Parasite, this kind of stuff can lay dormant, 10, 12, 20 years in your body. And you'll never know. Like I said, it likes to hide. And like I said earlier, make you feel like it's not there. So we got to make those adjustments. So we just don't realize, man, how many times have you wondered, why you have dry skin? Ain't nothing that you can put on there work. It just constantly, you get back to that point, you're just like, man, eczema, I suffer with that too. And it was just like, it got worse and worse, I'd be like, man, I put lotion on, and these, those things have chemicals too. So we have to make those adjustments. So I've shared with you. And the things that we need to do, I'm into healthy lifestyle, healthy living, in certain cases, like this, juicing is not always the answer. So that's why I said each person, situation is different. So you got to learn what's problems that you're having, so you can break down what direction you need to go. Now, your overall health, you're doing good. You can balance things out, but certain situation, you need to pinpoint your issue so you can eliminate it so it doesn't cause any more problems, and then you can pretty much balance out, like what you want to do. So in these cases, juicing is not the answer, because that brings up a little bit more of the mucus that you have to deal with. So you have to make sure everything is down to the bare minimum. So you want to have more vegetables because it's non-mucus forming. So you want to have more of that. You want to eat more of those and less of the juice. Eliminate it to 20% to 80% of vegetables. So those are the things that be like, wow, because those vegetables help give the body what it need and not feed the parasite. So we got to understand what direction we need to go and what we're dealing with, because there's a solution, and there's a solution to do it naturally, and we don't need all those other things that we're accustomed to, because all it does is just treat the problem, but it really doesn't eliminate. And that's the problem we have in our body. We have the problem of elimination. Our body is not eliminated; it's just accumulating. It just keep accumulating because we're not making the changes. That's why I say you got to look at yourself and wonder, take inventory. It's like, okay, what's going on? What am I eating? What particular thing am I eating? I keep constantly having these problems. So what am I eating all the time? Majority, 90% of the time. Now, look right there. The problem lies right there most of the time. And that's what I'm saying. If you really want to do this thing the right way, if you really want to do it and be healthy and eliminate those things, you got to make those adjustments. You got to have the mindset that said, okay, I'm not going to continue down this road. I care about myself. I love myself enough that I want to do the right thing. And that's, like I said earlier, I'm here for you, so you don't have to be by yourself. You don't have to do this alone. You heard in my other videos, I've had to figure a lot of this thing out on my own. So I had to go through process elimination. It takes time and patience. So you got to do those things and understand your body. Everybody is full of life and love, and just treat it that way. It's going to give you that in return. So we got to protect it. We got to do what we need to do. Understand your favorable food that you grew up with. Hey, you got to divorce that, baby. You got to leave it alone. Time to separate from that. If you're really serious about making a change in your life, making a difference, you don't want that swollen leg on your feet. You don't want them swollen ankles. Your joints always hurting. You're just like, man, you're feeling the arthritis creeping up on you. We don't want all that. You can make those changes, make those adjustments. Are you really tired of the pain? Are you really tired of the suffering? You want to make those changes. You can check into Yaki Awakening. He has a lot of stuff. He gives you great illustration. He breaks it down. He has a anatomy set up on his screen and show you exactly where problems lies with the organs, your lymphatic system, your lymph nodes, all those things, all your important parts, your thyroid, all those things that helps our body eliminate things. So we have to understand, what we need to do to make those changes. I'm just here as a vessel. I'm just here to shed light on things. Certain people are not in your circle or in your timeline, so it doesn't come across. So we getting the information out. We're just putting it out there so you know that, hey, no matter where you turn, you got somewhere to go. You can park your car right there and learn what you need to learn, make the changes, and be on your way to a nice, healthy life. Teaching your children, your grandchildren, taking the steps. They know how you suffer. They see the difference. And it's like, Mom, Dad, what you do? I want to make those changes. So we're here to, each one to teach one. So let's do better. We want to make the changes. We got to do better. But I have notes about here about the vegetables and the fruits and stuff, but I'm not going to break that all the way down. Like I said, you can reach out to me and we can go deeper into that. So we want to understand, the value that we have on ourselves, the connection that we have with the earth, the connection that we have in the spiritual realm. So just like I was saying about the parasite, we deal with parasite on the spiritual side. I had a dream, and it just this is the reason why I'm doing this topic, because I had a dream, and I'm just like, wow. And it was like I asked the spirits like, what's going on in this dream? It was like I had like these things that was coming in on me, and I was like looking at it real closely, and it was like the parasite things. Parasites comes in different shapes, sizes, and you just like, man, I'm just like, okay, spirit. Well, I was like, I know I'm cleansing myself, and I was like, and now I'm finding out that I'm cleansing myself spiritually. Just like I said, we need to eliminate things in our body. We gotta eliminate things on the spiritual side too. We do a cleansing everywhere. It's a dual effect, and we gotta understand that. Hey, it's connected. It's connected. Once you start cleaning out your temple, everything's start to open up. And we're able to understand and receive things and incorporate it in our lives, and you're able to understand what you need to do because you can hear from your heart space. I'll be telling y'all about that heart space. You can listen to that, and it's going to guide you. And you'll be able to understand, okay, this is why I'm making this move, because you can feel it. You can feel it on the inside. And I was like, in this dream, it's like the parasite would just come in, it was just like attacking every part of me. And it's because, it doesn't, they don't want to leave. When we do the things we need to do, them jokers, they want to clamp down like mucus. They want to clamp down. That's what the mucus is, like glue. It glues itself to any part of your body, and it wants to hang around and cause havoc. Same as a parasite. They hide in your spine, they hide up in your brain, they hide up, and that's where you get all these different names for them, because wherever they lie, they got a name for it. Because it likes to move, and it creates havoc, and it lives in certain things, and then it just like, like our DNA, it just micromanage itself. It grows, it splits, and it grows and grows and grows. So we gotta really tap in. We want to make sure we're eliminating things in our body. And the only way we're going to eliminate is incorporating the right foods, making those changes. So spiritually, I'm like, I've been doing things, I've been working on things, doing my meditation. I've been doing, um, you know, my shadow work, getting things out of me that I need to heal from and move to this new direction that I need to go. So things, it don't want to let go. No, it don't want to give up. No, it wants to. That's what I was talking about, the parasite. It controls you. It makes you crave for certain food because it's saying, okay, I need this. I'm going to put this appetite in you so you can feed me so I can continue to live. So you thinking it's your own desire that you want this chocolate or you want this sugar stuff or you want this processed stuff because it's calling you to get it. It's making you, it's taking control of your host. It's taking control of you. You just sit back and like, man. But once it's eliminated, you back in control because now you don't have those cravings. That's why I referred to it in other podcasts. We're dealing with pandemic of food because we're all over the place with this food. And certain food is not good for certain groups. And we have to understand about ourselves. And we got to, go within and understand what our body needs to function to get the right nutrients because we got to find our way. It's not given to us. We have to go out there and find it ourselves. And that's what really makes you give up because you don't want to take the extra step to make sure you're doing the right thing because you got to get past all these bad choices. They're bombarded in your face. And then here comes your parasite, your buddy, your friend. He's like, yeah, I want some of that. I want some. Put that in your carb. Yeah, make this. I need this. Yeah, they need it to survive. But like I said, when you look at all those ailments that you're feeling, all the side effects that you're dealing with, and you constantly, and you think you're making you feel good. They have a way of, giving you temporary relief because you, in your mind, you think you're being satisfied, but no, you're not. You're just contributing to the same mess or your issues. So understand, what you're dealing with and make the adjustments. And like I said about the dream, I'm just like, man, I said, so it was very frightening because, when you see that, just like when you see when you start to do the elimination, and where you're going to notice is in your bowel movement. So you can see that. You can see the mucus come out. You can see sometimes the parasite is just very vigilant because it's been in your body for so long and then grown and grown and grown. And you're just like, wow, what is this? And I've been doing this for a while, so I do a cleanse, twice a year. And then way I'm eat, I'm constantly eliminating. So that's what we need to do because, man, when you put that bug under a microscope, you're like, man, that thing was living in my body. Oh my goodness. Yikes. I can't believe it, but believe it. And like I said, majority of the time when we see the transfer from food, we find it in our meat. No matter how much you cook it, it's still going to be there. They're intelligent. They're very smart. They think they're smart, but we're smarter than them. We can eliminate them. Give yourself the desire to do that, to make that change. Give yourself that desire. Live a control-free, as a host. You ain't got nothing dictating on your inside, but you're on your heart, only in your heart space. Let that lead you, not the parasite. Yeah, so I was like, man, so, like I said, same with food, we eliminate the parasite, through the change of the fruits and vegetables that we eat. And then on the spiritual side, we go in the sun. I meditate in the sun. That sun helps us eliminate issues. It gives us, information. It gives us all kinds of stuff that we need for our body to nourish. You get in the ocean. You get your spiritual bath. You do all those things. And you want to get rid of it because you want to be free. You want to be in control of yourself. Can you imagine you having self-control? Nothing, nothing bothers you. Nothing really tempts you because you're in control of it. Now you're aligned with with yourself, with nature, the universe, with God. You're in alignment. Your channels are clear. You don't need a lot of people to dictate your life because you can do it yourself. You can do it yourself. You have the power to do that. You need it on both sides. You need it on your spiritual side. You need it on your health side. And you need to make those changes. Love yourself. You deserve it. Love it. You deserve it. We don't have to have all those aches and pains, all that dry skin, we have eczema, acne, all those things, elimination. Your skin is the most biggest organ out there, so it's going to dump stuff on your skin and it's going to be visible. Eventually I had a lump on my shoulder just popped up out of nowhere. It was hurting. It just felt rough. Just like, what is this pain? Just like, and I ignored it. I'm just like, oh, okay, maybe I lift something up or didn't do something right, And then all of a sudden I get this big old lump that just stuck out of my shoulder. Maybe that's why I wasn't supposed to wear this. I wore this shirt because it had a thing right there and it looked like a little golf ball. And that was my body trying to eliminate it. So it popped it up on my skin. So, okay, I brought it to light. Now I need you to take it out. because that's the closest way it has to come out. And that's what I was saying about our body. Our body is set up to have things eliminate, come through our pores, our lymph nodes, our lymphatic system. It does that for us automatically when everything is working. So we got to take advantage of that. Keep our bodies in premium condition. Keep it operating where it needs to. And we'll be able to control everything that goes on and eliminate it. So the doctor was saying, hey, you can live with that. I said, oh no, I'm not. Because it can develop into something else because you just got dead fluid or whatever, a cyst that lives there, and you don't want that just hanging out. So my body said, here it is. It just presented it to me here. I need you to eliminate this. And it's just amazing how it works. So we got to take care of our body so we don't have that. Our bodies don't have to work that hard to try to heal us. Let's take care of ourselves. And like I said earlier, what you don't eliminate accumulates in the body. You can't not live your life not going to the bathroom. You can't. The more visit to the bathroom, the better for you. And no, it's inconvenient, but it's necessary. I'll take inconvenience over any day than ending my life early. That's how we got to look at it. You got to change your perspective. We got to do it. That's part of the process. We don't have open fields, so they have it set up where we have to go to the restroom. So let's handle our business. Handle your life. You in control of it. What you don't eliminate, you accumulate. It has nowhere to go. That's why I said stuff puffed out on my skin. Your skin, they take a dump. They say, okay, I presented it to you. Now you got to take care of it. Or they're giving us a warning what's going on when we start seeing stuff show up on our skin. It lets us know. We can't ignore the signs. So understand what you need to do to make the necessary steps. And just as a word of advice, to not speak on the specific elements, I just gave you examples. First, focus on what you're eating. As I stated before, focus on what you're eating. Start eliminating that. We want to take away that and just understand how that changes your body, how that changes how you feel on a daily basis. Give your chance to do a diary. I had to write down notes, just to keep me on point because I'll start drifting and stuff will pop up and I was like, no, I'm going to stay on course. But make a diary. That's the easiest way to do it. Make a diary. Okay, I eliminated this, and now I'm going to keep track of how my body feels physically, how my body feels spiritually, how my body feels mentally. That's self-motivation there, baby. Because who wants to go through life pain? I mean, sometimes pain is necessary. It lets us know we need to make some correction, but it's not for it to be permanent. No. We don't want permanent stuff. Right? Don't you agree? No permanent issues, right? We have it. We're trying to eliminate it. Nothing accumulating here. Not in this body. No. So just do that for me, okay? And that's what we find out. Most of the time, majority of us have elimination problems. And now I go to the bathroom more than ever in my life. My gut health is getting better and better every day. As you heard my story, my gut would have sat on this table years ago. But we gotta take care of ourselves, so we gotta start eliminating, and we gotta find the right food to help us and not accumulate whatever we're dealing with. Okay? I'm just showing y'all some love today. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. And I just hope you can take this message to heart and make some changes. Like I said, contact me. Let's share. I got some stuff other than what I'm speaking on the podcast that we can go over to help you through these processes, and we can get you on the right track. That's what I'm here. I'm here to inform you, get you information. If I can't do it, I definitely will point you in the right direction. Because I'm here. We're here as a community to help each other, and that's why we have to work on our our community conscious. So we gotta start, working together. Cut off this, this arrogancy, this fighting, downgrading. We got to do this collectively, and we need to help each other when we can. Okay. So yeah, you got my email. What is it? I'm gonna repeat it for you. AJ Naturals, AJNATURALS 17 at gmail.com. Thank you guys for tuning in for this episode. I hope you really got something out of this message, and just life, just live your life and just let it grow. We nurture it, we flower our plants, and we do those things. We do that same thing for our body, and let it grow into a healthy state and a healthy mind, a healthy conscience, a healthy spirit. So I appreciate you guys taking time. Go ahead and make sure if you hadn't already, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. And I appreciate it. You'll get more information on upcoming episode. So just tap in with me, and I appreciate y'all. Yes, I do. All right. Peace, y'all. Love and happiness. Thank you.